By now, I'm sure most of you have heard about the port strike that was happening on the East Coast in the United States. And I'm sure that some of you have heard that the strike is over. That's not the whole story. In this video, we're gonna take a deeper look and see what's really going on. Welcome to the Mr. Wilson's Got a Headache podcast. I'm your host, Dennis Demesh. Since you're already here, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment and let me know what you think. I'm gonna do this video just a little bit differently than I usually do. First, let's take a look at the president of the union and find out why this strike started in the first place. Check this out.
MSC is the richest shipping company in the world, made 3 times the money than Amazon. A lot of money, right? Billions. Well, one of the companies, and I won't mention his name, he took himself a Christmas bonus, $4 billion. He took it out for him and his family, $4 billion. A French company, I won't mention their name, they gave all their employees 50 months salary as a Christmas gift. Now, look at that money. They have so much money, they don't even know what to do with it. They know they're building up terminals. They want to go automation. They want more money now. Get rid of these men. We don't need them no more. When that bridge fell, my longshoremen were on this side of the bridge. No work, no salaries. Biden called me up on the phone, President Biden. Harold, I got the money to build a new bridge. I go, oh. What about my longshoremen? They're out of work now. They didn't cause no problem. Well, he goes, I got the money for building a new bridge and getting the bridge that's in the water out of there. I ask you one more time, President, what about the men whose families now have no money coming in? Well, you know, if there was an explosion on a ship, maybe I can get the money. Listen, you're supposed to be a friend of the ILA. You came to me when you wanted the AFL CIO backing. I got it for you. You called me in the kitchen, you thanked me 1,000,000 times. I'm telling you, my members need help. Well, let me see what I can do. In politics, that means you're not getting it, okay? I opened up a fund with management after the first pandemic. Let me see how much money's in that fund. I called them up. They called me back. $300 million. Wow, are you kidding me? We put $300 million in there? Yeah. Well, I'd like to take some money out of there and pay for those families in Baltimore. Well, Harold, it's only for pandemic.
If you're somebody like me who lives in the Southeast, you really don't hear a lot of talk about unions. Whether you know it or not, when there's a major construction project happening in your city, many times those organizations are directly connected to unions. And some of the other things that need to be done on the construction site are usually pulled from low-skilled workers in the community. But according to this union boss, the Biden administration neglected to put a pay package together for workers after the disaster in the Baltimore port. At first glance, I can agree with that. The reason why these people can't work is not because they didn't show up. It's because there was a disaster, but their bills didn't stop coming. But at the same time, they were originally asking for around an 80% raise. That's ridiculous in my opinion. And let me explain. I spent some time in Savannah, Georgia, and I remember during that time meeting a lot of people who were local there, and many of those people worked for the ports. According to the people of Savannah, someone with a high school education can graduate from high school, get a job at the port, making $150,000 a year. So if you take $150,000 and you multiply that by 0.80, which represents that 80%, you get $120,000. So these people who were making $150,000 a year were arguing so they could make $270,000 a year. Most people in the United States don't make that type of money. $270,000 is usually reserved for a lawyer or an entry-level doctor. In this particular situation, all of the workers have decided that they're going to go back to work. However, this is only during a negotiation period that will last until January 15th, 2025. So no agreement has been reached, no final contract has been signed, and there's no telling if they're going to get what they wanted, which was to guarantee that there would be no automation on East Coast ports. They have 3 months to negotiate their terms, and if it's not negotiated, then we might be seeing these port workers walk off the job again in 2025. Most of us just go to the store, there's stuff on the shelves, we pick it up, we go to the house. So it's hard for us to imagine the scale of this walk-off. Check this out. Now in this video, every arrow that you see is a ship in the ocean heading to a port. If the pointed side is pointed towards the United States, more than likely that ship is headed in the direction of the United States, but it may just be taking that route and going somewhere else. However, most of these ships are headed to the United States. And if the ports would have remained shut down, there would have been a major buildup and it would have taken months to catch up for all of the lost man hours worked. There's no guarantee that the new rate of 62% will be locked in. There's no guarantee that they will accept that rate long term. So we're just gonna watch and see. That's what I think about it. I wanna know what you think about it. Is it greedy of them to ask for that much money? Do you think that they'll reach a deal and sign it by January 15, 2025? Let me see what you think in the comments. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you on the next video.